It's called the HMS Belfast, and it was built in the same dockyard as the ill-fated Titanic. Now, it was launched on St. Patrick's Day, and the Belfast, she last fired her guns in anger during the Korean campaign to fire a 100-weight shell war museum. There are 9 decks to explore on the Belfast, all the way from the engine room to the wheelhouse. A very nice place to visit in London, the warship to your left-hand side. This is called Customs House. Now, all the illegal contraband and substances and drugs which make their way into the UK when they're not meant to, they are taken to Customs House on your right, and they are meant to be incinerated. Have a look on top of the building, you will see 6 chimneys. Well, I've worked on this river quite a long time, and there has never been a puff of smoke from any of those chimneys. Now, I've heard the Christmas party is absolutely spectacular. So that is Customs House to your right. The building next to it, the sandy coloured building, the old Billingsgate Fish Market. Now, there has been a fish market on this site for well over 600 years. Is anyone familiar with the film actor Michael Caine? He was founded as a young man selling fish in that fish market. He then went on to massive success all over the world making films. So that's the old Billingsgate Fish Market to your right hand side. This bridge ahead of us here, does anyone know the name of this bridge ahead of us here? That is correct. This is called London Bridge, and it is the 5th bridge to span this part of the Thames over 2,000 years. The first bridge, it was a wooden one, and it burnt down. The other 2, they were taken down because they were unsafe. But the one before this, the 4th one, it was sinking into the Thames mud. So it was taken down bit by bit. It was sold to an American man, an oil tycoon, Robert McCulloch, and the bridge now has been rebuilt in Lake Havasu in the Arizona city. So that's London Bridge, which we just passed through here. Coming up very shortly on your left-hand side, you'll see a pirate ship in the dock here. Now, do we have any fans of the films, Pirates of the Caribbean on board? Yes, a few here. Well, that ship that sits in that dock there, it has nothing to do with Pirates of the Caribbean. It is Sir Francis Drake's Golden Hind, and he was the first Englishman to circumnavigate the globe on a vessel very similar to this. This one that you see in the dock has actually been sailed twice around the world. It's now a museum in the dock here, and a great place to take the family. The children, they can run riot, acting like pirates on the ship, whilst the adults sit in the pub next door. A lovely traditional family day out in London to your left-hand side. And this is Cannon Street Railway Bridge here, and if you look at the river, you'll notice the tide, a very fast tidal river here on the Thames. And currently we're experiencing a flood tide, and it takes 5 hours for the water to flood into London. And we're almost coming to the end of the flood tide very shortly. And after the flood tide comes in, it turns, and then it takes 7 hours for the water to drain out. A lovely old pub on your left here, the Anchor at Bankside, was founded in 1615. This is where William Shakespeare, he used to rehearse in the attic of the Anchor before going to the original Globe Theatre, which stood immediately to your left now, where the FT building is. So it's only like a 50-yard walk to go to the original Globe Theatre. And just coming through here, you'll see a replica of Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. It's just on your left-hand side. It's the white building with a thatch roof. Now, this building is the only one in London now to have a thatch roof. Since the Great Fire back in 1666, thatch roofs are now illegal in the city. Now, you can go and watch an old traditional Shakespeare play here. It will cost you just £5. Live entertainment in London for £5 is very cheap. And as I say, the Wibbly Wobbly Bridge. Now, back in the year 2000, when they opened the bridge, Her Majesty, she opened the bridge. It was closed 2 hours later by the Metropolitan Police. The bridge, it was swaying ferociously from side to side. So they contacted the architect, Sir Norman Foster, asked him what was up with the bridge, and his reply